Oh, there's a problem with our BT hub. Never mind. That's downstairs. That means somebody's fucking with it. I don't know who's fucking with it. Good. I can't see you though, so I can see Tia only. I can't see anybody else. That's good. That's good. Everybody else, it's been a bit. I can't see anybody else's face. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Brilliant. Lovely. Right, off you go. So, final one then, Brendan. Could you please say for me, she gave them a problem. She gave them a problem. Brendan, I can't hear you. Brendan, your microphone is muted.
Sorry, I've done it.
Stand still. Say for me, she gave. Just say for me, she gave.
Elle donne.
Oi, do the homework. Do the homework.
Okay, sorry.
Don't cut. She gave is which tense? Past, present, or future?
It's the past.
Put your paper away. I can hear noises. What does an action have in the past?
An auxiliary.
So give me she gave and pull your socks up. Go. She gave.
Elle a donné.
Thank you. Would you now say it in French with your mouth closed?
Elle a donné.
And again, well done. Enjoy it one more time.
Elle a donné.
I don't want to pause every time. Go. When I ask for something, go straight away. She gave.
Elle a donné.
Gorgeous work. Lovely. She gave them a problem. What has been given?
Oh, elle a donné.
Brendan, answer my damn questions. She gave them a problem. What has been given, my love?
A problem.
What has been given? Thank you. So the them, is that a direct or an indirect?
Yeah, it's indirect.
That's right, because the thing that is directly given is the problem. Therefore, using what we did with Denise, what is the plural pronoun for them when we're talking indirectly? There's only two choices for indirect. What's the plural one?
Leur.
Good man. Now, bits before verbs except before infinitive, where is the leur going to go in the sentence elle a donné? Where's it going to go?
Before the auxiliary.
Good man. So would you please say she gave them a problem? Off you go.
Elle leur a donné.
That was beautiful sliding, Brendan. Fabulous. Where's the problem gone?
Oh, elle leur a donné.
No, we had beautiful sliding. We went back to bollocks. Go back to the sliding. She gave them a problem. Slide.
Elle leur a donné.
No, Brendan. Listen to Lukey. I'm speaking in English. You know, you look after yourself. You don't need, sort of assistance. You're an intelligent man. I'm speaking English. Slide from one word to the next. She slide what you just did because you did it beautifully. She gave them a problem. Go. Slide.
Elle leur a donné.
A problem. I mean, that was lovely. But a problem on the end.
Oh, yeah. Elle leur a donné un problème.
Excuse me. Problems are masculine. They are right now. Why are we not sliding between donner and problem? Don't stop sliding unless you stop speaking in French. Don't stop sliding unless you stop speaking. I forget. She gave them a problem. One more time.
Elle leur a donné un problème.
Lovely. Now make it discreet as fuck. Oui, elle leur a donné un problème. Blur. Elle leur a donné un problème.
Elle leur a donné un problème.
Nice, Brendan. That sounded fabulous. Don't practice anything. Your brain won't learn the join. You will not learn the join. These rules are temporary. You don't want my stupid ass voice in your brains all the time. These rules are temporary. These systems are temporary. They're like stabilizers on bikes, although we don't tend to do those now, do they? They do those balance bikes and then they get the proper things. Good. Okay, lovely. What if we have, as we discovered with our little Denise problem, two things at the same time. So let's be very clear. The pronouns we've not talked about today are en, en, and e. En, en, not to be confused with on, which is an alternative version for we. All right. So en and e, they have their place. We will do them. By and large, they are going to be when you represent the preposition a with an e, and you represent the preposition de with an en. But don't worry about those on because we will come to them soon enough. They will always go last. Whatever else you've got, you know, e, then en. So you could have them together, il y en a, but normally it'll be them at the end. So mi, ti, si, nous y, or mon, ton, son, nous on. The e and the on will come last. But of the ones that we've just done, yeah, we might want two together. This is what French formally says. Okay. We generally sort of go indirect prior to direct with the exception of the third person. This is what Lukey says. Two pronouns back to back. The L1 goes last. Last. The L1 goes last. And if you have two pronouns that start with L, the longer pronoun goes, the longer L word goes last. So Brendan, if I had le and me, does one of those start with an L?
Me, le starts with an L.
I don't need a bloody essay back. I need an answer. Yes, no. Does one of those start with an L?
Yes.
Good. Which one starts with an L?
Le.
Good. Does that go first or second then?
Second.
Good. So what order would I put those in? Say it for me quickly.
Müller.
Brilliant joining, brilliant joining. Good man, good man, good man, good man. Brie, I've got leur, and les. Leur and les. Which one goes first? Which one goes second, and why?
Le goes first, le goes second because le is longer.
I can't. As far as I'm concerned, you just did the same noun twice, the same pronoun twice. I didn't hear any difference. The words I gave you were leur and les. Which one's going first? Which one's going second?
So le goes first, leur goes second.
And that's it. Lovely. Now I can hear the vowels being spoken. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And would you now tell me how I would pronounce those? How would I pronounce those two words together?
Les leurs.
Speak for me in French. Les leurs.
Les leurs.
Good. You ain't ever going to hear pronouns mentioned apart from, guys, when you have a command. When you have a command. Les leurs. Les leurs. So if you said take it, prends-le, you know, prends-la, then you'd mention a command. Good. That's better light. Good. Denise, I've got lui and la. Which one's going to go first? Which one's, or just say for me the order that they're going to go in.
La lui, la lui, la leur.
Nice. Hang on. We've just changed it. It was all lovely and we've just messed it up.
La lui.
Go again. What order?
La lui.
That's it. Lovely twang, gorgeous. Right, lovely. So, if I've got an infinitive, we know where they go. So now let's add some verbs with some different tenses, and then we can move on to reflexives. All right. So let's go round in the proper order from where we are. Let's start bottom. So let's go Tia. How would you say he is going to give it me if the it we are talking about is a masculine cake? He is going to give it me.
Il veut me le donner.
Ah, no. Say for me, he is. You get one shot and then you listen to Lukey. He is going to give. How do you say he's going to give?
Il va donner.
Gorgeous work. Is there, Tia, my love, an infinitive in il va donner?
Yes.
What is the slogan, the poem, the rhyme that this idiot sings? Bits before verbs,
Before.
except.
Bits before verbs except the infinitives.
No, learn to bloody copy. Second language English or not. How many times do we say the word before? I've told you.
Except before infinitives.
Which changes everything. It means you stick the words before the verbs, except if there's an infinitive, and then you stick the words before the infinitive. Side note, if there's 2, 3, 4 infinitives, stick it before the last infinitive. So if I've got il va donner, do we have an infinitive in that sentence?
Yes.
So where are my infinitives going to go? Keep that information for yourself. He's going to give it me. Which pronoun is going to represent me, Tia?
Me.
Good job. Which pronoun is going to represent the masculine cake?
Le.
Good, because it's direct. And which order am I going to put those two pronouns in?
Me, le.
Lovely, because the L word is coming second. So could you please say for me, he's going to give it me?
Il va me la donner.
Excuse me, why have we gone to la? Why have we gone to la? He's going to give it me.
Il va me le donner.
Gorgeous. Now, it might sound like I'm being a cruel bitch, but there's some very good things going on here. Your mouth musically is remembering il, la as an auxiliary. So that's why you possibly want the sound a there, because in another version of events, il l'a donné. Well, he gave it me, il me l'a donné, with the auxiliary in place. Yeah. Why did you, when we first got going, want to go il me le? Because in another version of events, that's what it would be. Which is why we don't do all 12 at the moment. We just do top 4 and bottom 4. Il me le donne, il me le donne, imperfect, il me le donnera, il me le donnerait. Il me l'a donné, il me l'avait donné, il me l'aura donné, il me l'aurait donné. Tia, the spotlight is on you. I would like those 8. Il me le is not changing order. All you're doing is either going present, was, will, would on the main verb afterwards, or you're going present, was, will, would on the auxiliary verb, which comes afterwards. Off you go, my love. Over to you. Let me hear all 8 of them. So I will be nice and I'll be a benevolent little bitch on this occasion, and I will feed you the tense. Present tense. What? He gives it me.
Il me le donne.
Lovely. For those listening along that haven't quite done their homework, that would be A versus soft hard. So that would be an A verb. We remove the A. Lovely. We're now going into the was tense. What's my slogan for the was tense, Tia?
Ayons, ye.
Lukey loves you. So we need an A here. Lovely. Don't change il me le. We've got no reason to change it. We're only changing the verb. Off you go. He was giving it me. He used to give it me. Off you go.
Il me le donnait.
Lovely. We're then going to the future, simple future. What's my slogan for simple future, Tia?
Réraront.
Lukey loves you even more. We're not changing il me le. Haven't got an auxiliary to play with. The only possible problem here would be like if you had a verb which began with a vowel. So, for example, he will send it you. He will send it me. Il me l'enverra. That envoyer weirdly has an irregular future. You know, il me l'enverra. You know, if we had a join, but we haven't. So off you go. He will give it me.
Il me le donnera.
Lovely. And make sure you're saying those. Make sure you're saying those. The mistakes you made earlier, Lukey likes a bit of a muscle memory. I like a muscle memory. If we don't have a muscle memory, I can't get you guys to fluent. All right? Good. Don't rely on my energy. Copy it and get it in your mouth. Lovely. What's my slogan for the would tense?
Rérions, riait.
Good. So what's he would give it? He would give it me.
Il me le donnerait.
Lovely. I'm now going to take this across to Brianna. Brianna, we're now going to use exactly the same things, but we're going to say he has given it me or he gave it me. Yeah. So what would be he has given it me?
Il m'a.
Now, say for me on its own, he has given. Just he has given.
Il donné.
Stand still. He, what does an action in the past have? An action has an
Auxiliary.
So off you go. What's plain and simple? What's he has given?
Il a donné.
Gorgeous join in the throat. Nice. We don't have any infinitives, which means you just shove in your mut and le where they've got to go before the first verb, which is in this case is the auxiliary. How would you say he has given it me?
Il a me donné.
Listen, your mouth isn't being stupid. It's liking il a from just a second ago, but you're now putting in pronouns. What are the two pronouns that we've just been playing with? Me and le, agreed?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they have got to go. They've got to go before the a. So how do you say he's given it me?
Il me l'a donné.
Gorgeous join of le apostrophe to a. Il me l'a donné. Notice, Brianna, all the other auxiliaries are also going to start with a vowel, which means you're going to have to that as well. You're only changing the middle word now. He had given it, which means middle word, was tense. And the was tense slogan, as you know, is ends in an A for most people. So what's he had given me? You've just given me il me l'a donné. What's he had given it me? Il me
l'avait donné.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Challenge yourself, say it for me faster. Il me l'avait donné.
Il me l'avait donné.
Nice. Just accept, people. Just accept that your mouth has this. All of you. And you just make sure that you are comfortable with eventually all six top, all six bottom. Luke, stop hiding your face. Lovely. He will have given it me. He will have. We're only changing the middle word. He will have given it me. What's that going to be, Brianna?
Il me l'aura donné.
Correct. Good man. All the way through smoothly, though.
Il me l'aura donné.
Without that cheeky little pause.
Il me l'aura donné.
Nice. We've got a bit of a huh going on. Nice. He would have given it me. Notice this he would have given it me is hellishly useful for when we have things like if Luke had known that I wanted to go to the theatre, he would have given it me because he had a spare ticket or something. So off you go. He would have given it me. Il me
l'aurait donné.
Good. All right. Good. Good. Everything about my method is voice. And I totally get that that is going to cough up problems because your mouth is going to want to go, oh, il a. Yeah, you're also used to rhythms. So, Brianna, just for me, say for me, he's going to give. How would you say he's going to give?
Il va donner. Il va donner.
That's it.
Yeah.
Knowing that there's now an infinitive there, how do we say he's going to give it me? Where do the pronouns now go if I've got an infinitive on the end? How do you say he's going to give it me?
Il va me la donner. Me la donner.
What are the two pronouns that we're playing with in their pure form? Me and le. You've been joining them because you've had an auxiliary next to them. You haven't now got an auxiliary, have you? So, il va me le donner. Go on.
Il va me le donner.
Nice. Great. Lovely. I'm going to go and get some food. You're going to come with me. My knee. We're that strange noise is I'm actually standing on a shitload of bubble wrap because this student of mine, she's such a lovely friend, Elizabeth. She brought me this amazing print of a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wave because I love sea art. I absolutely love art of the sea. I'm not into coasts like buildings and stuff. I mean, I like being there, but I don't have pictures of that. I just love pictures of the sea. And yeah, and I'd only told her this twice, and she just sent me this because she came to Besançon. because I'm stupid, I didn't charge for Besançon. And she was like, oh, I'm just going to buy you a picture. It was so nice. So, right. Let's now look. As we've just discovered, if we've got a bottom line, the pronouns don't move. The pronouns come first. Yeah, we you know, il me le, il me le, il me le, il me le, il me la, whatever. Quick little note for those watching, you guys for homework, and this is not what I'm doing now, but notice that the adverb would move. So if I said he didn't give it me, can you now quote another one of my rules? Ready, everybody, you four? Could you please say for me adverbs after verb number one? Let me hear it.
Adverbs after verb number one.
And again.
Adverbs after verb number one.
So basically, the Muller won't move, but the pas will move. So he doesn't give it me. Il me le donne pas. He didn't used to give it me. Il me le donnait pas. He will give it me. He will not give it me. He won't give it me. Il me le donnera pas. He wouldn't give it me. Il me le donnerait pas. Notice where the pas is now going to go. Il me l'a pas donné. Ah, yeah, we're now moving the pas. Il me l'avait pas donné. We're now going to move the pas. Il me l'aura pas donné. We're now going to move the pas before the donné. So we're not doing that yet, but notice that that would have to be part of your setup when you practice. All right, good. Now let's look at something fun to finish with. If you say, Brendan, Luke saw me, how would you say Luke saw me?
Luc me voir. Luc me voir.
I'm going to slap you very hard. Say for me, Luke saw. What tense are we in, my love, with Luke saw? What tense are we in?
Luc m'a vu.
Good, but I don't go more slowly. Don't race, and I'd rather have it once correctly than 16 times and then the rest. Again for me, Luke saw me.
Luc m'a vu.
Lovely vowels, Brendan. Well done. Actions have auxiliaries, all right? I love, Brendan, that your mouth goes, oh yeah, Luc me voir. I know that story. But that's not the one we want. So one more time, Luc saw me.
Luc m'a vu.
Nice. Luke saw you. Luke saw you. Make one subtle change. Luke saw you.
Luc t'a vu.
Lovely. Luke saw him. Somebody else. Wow. Luke saw him.
Luc l'a vu.
That's it. Luke saw them. Also direct.
Luc les
What
a
did I
vus.
repeat? Go slowly. Sit on lay. Luke lay, and then work out. Sit on lay. Sit on it. Sit on it. Luke lay. Luke saw them. Go on.
Luc les a vus.
Good man. Also, it wasn't just better. It wasn't just correct. It sounded nice. It sounded nice. Good. Luc les a vus. Good. Right. Luke saw himself, which, let me tell you, for the last 2 years has been a rather upsetting experience. But Luke, once upon a time, he used to give me quite a lot of joy, but not now. So Luke saw himself. Luke saw himself. What is Luke saw himself going to be? Any idea, Brendan?
Lui-même.
No. So, who is Luke seeing in the sentence Luke saw himself? Who is Luke seeing?
Himself.
And what of the three systems, which of the three systems, pardon me, does that mean I'm in? Reflexive, direct, or indirect?
Reflexive.
Great. I'll find my spoon and then I'm going to tell you something really, really interesting. Luke, you dingbat, what have you just done with your spoon? Oh, there it is, right. So, if your verb is reflexive, pardon me eating, if your verb is reflexive, automatically your pronoun switches to be. Automatically. You guys have had verbs with be so far that are movement verbs. Yeah, he left, he went up, he did all of these things. I shall say it again. Automatically, if your verb is reflexive or reciprocal, so that R group, rest and relaxation, reciprocal and reflexive, your pronoun, your auxiliary goes to be. So, he saw me, il m'a vu, il t'a vu, he saw himself, he, himself, Luke, put the camera right, il s'est vu. He himself is seen. Now, so that we don't bust a bollock every single time that we want to do this, there's a little system that I've called poetry past word. Would you please just repeat for me, all of you, poetry past word?
Poetry password.
Poetry password.
Poetry password.
Again, with and again.
Poetry password.
Poetry password.
Poetry past.
As a rule, people, have my systems not been something we then needed to call upon again to solve problems? So don't you think if I give you a new system, like adverbs after verb number one, don't you think you do well to kind of do it with a bit of gusto? Have some hunger for the learning. With hunger, off you go. Poetry password, go.
Poetry password.
Poetry
Poetry
password.
Password.
Good. If you are using a reflexive or reciprocal verb in the past, what do actions have in the past, Brendan? Actions have
Auxiliaries.
That verb is going to go to be. So, Brendan, would you please go for me? Just go down the verb to be. I am, you are, he is. All the way down. I'll try not to.
Tu es, il est, nous sommes, vous êtes.
Brendan, listen to Auntie Lukey. Listen. The first spark in French has to be the chest, not the mouth. Je suis, tu es, il est. Make the spark from the chest first, not je suis. Yeah. Off you go. Make the first spark from the chest.
Je suis.
Slide, slide, slide.
Je suis. Tu es.
Nice.
Il est. Nous
Nice,
sommes,
Brendan.
vous êtes.
Don't stand still. I don't need you to bang. Nous sommes. Don't bang. It's a soft language. Nous sommes. Soft. Come.
Nous sommes. Vous êtes.
First spark. First spark. That's it.
Vous êtes. Ils sont. Ils sont.
What have I thought about repetition?
Sorry, you broke
Go
up
again.
there.
Once and cleanly. Go on.
Ils ont. Ils sont.
No, they have. Go on. Slow it down and do it well. Off you go. They are.
Ils sont. Ils sont.
Oi! Listen to me, Brendan. I'm getting bored. That is not a human sound. Smoothly, with discretion. Smoothly with discretion. Stop stabbing me. Smoothly and with discretion. They are. Off you go. Slide.
Ils sont.
Nice. Good. Anything else is self-indulgent muck. All right? Used by shit French teachers who walk around going, tu vas venir, which just teaches you to overuse your mouth, and basically it's bollocks. So, I would now, Brendan, like you to go down that list again. And you are going to say the verb, I am, and you are going to sneakily then go a second time, and you are going to slide in the middle the reflexive pronoun. Brendan, what are the 4 pronouns that don't change regardless of whether it's reflexive, direct, or indirect? What are the 4 that we learned at the beginning that don't change?
The non-third persons, first and second person.
Shut up. What are, say them, what are they?
Me, te,
Thank
nous,
you.
vous.
Good girl. Let me hear those again.
Me, te,
No. Is in English. Would you please do what we've done? Brendan, this is not the first time we've done those. It's now an hour and a bit into the lesson. So could you say them quickly and normally? Off you go.
Moteur nouveau.
That was in English. Can I have them in French and at speed?
Moteur nouveau.
Even more English. Val on the chest. Moteur nouveau. Go on. Do you remember me standing on the bloody chair?
Moteur
That's
nouveau.
stabbing me, Brendan. Thank you. Brendan, have I told you not to stab?
Yes.
So why are you stabbing me? Moteur. Is that what I want? Have I asked for any stabbing?
No.
Slowly and slowly, my friend. Moteur nouveau. Go on.
Moteur nouveau.
Now speed it up. Soft mouth. Moteur nouveau.
Moteur nouveau.
Yes. Don't learn shit with a barrier built in. Ugh. Good. So they're the words that are going to go in the middle. What is the one sound as demonstrated to us? I believe it was Brianna. What is the one sound that we're going to use if it's a reflexive or a reciprocal and it's the third person? What's the one word I'm going to need here? No, the reflexive one. What was the one? We had one version with one word, one version with two words, and one version with three words. The two words was lui and leur. The three words was le, la, le. What was the single word that we're going to use for reflexive stuff? If it's not moteur nouveau, what was the single word we're going to use? Bad, Brendan. Go on, what is it?
I've got moteur nouveau.
Lazy little Brendan. What is the one word you were told to remember with the reflexive? If it's not moteur nouveau, you've got one word for the reflexive reciprocal, two words for the indirect, and three words for the direct.
Le.
What's the word?
Le.
What? No.
Le.
Bad, lazy Brendan. So, repeat after me. What's the reflexive word, Brendan, for the people?
So.
What's the word, Brendan, for the third people?
So.
Good man. What's the reflexive for the third people?
So.
Good. What are the two words for the indirect, Brendan? The two words for the indirect?
Lui, leur.
Nice pronunciation. What are the three words for the direct?
Le, la, les.
Don't make them busy, because otherwise you won't be able to bring them out quickly. Le, la, le.
Le, la, les.
That's it. Don't make a big deal of it in the mouth. Good. Back. What's the single word I need for the reflexive, Brendan?
So.
Good. But remember, we can say it quickly and still be French. So. Good. So now go down the verb. Je suis, tu es, il est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont. There might be some joining. There might not be some joining. And I need you to pop the relevant reflexive in the middle. So I will hear you say two words, then three words, two words, then three words, two words, then three words, two words, and three words. Say that I am, then say it with its relevant reflexive in the middle. Say that you are, then say the relevant reflexive in the middle. Off you go.
Je suis, je me suis.
Lovely. Keep it soft. Je me suis. And again, lovely.
Je suis, je me suis.
Lovely, Brendan. You've got the idea. Keep going. You are.
Tu es, tu t'es.
Good man. Notice it's tu es, slide tu t'es, not tu te, which is in lots of other tenses. Tu t'es. Lovely, Brendan. Good job. You've understood the instructions. Good man. Carry on.
Il est, il s'est.
Don't listen. When you twang, it's gorgeous, gorgeous, proper nice. Don't use the mouth too much to twang. I now am on camera. I am over enunciating on camera to help you. Yeah? Because you need a proverbial slap on the arse to do work. And then when you've had your arse slapped, you do beautiful work. I'm not talking as I would normally talk. If you turn up in London, you go, right, Luke, I'm in London. Do you want a coffee? I go, right, Brendan, how's life? Da, 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 da. This isn't my way of talking to speak. You're not a complete débile, as we'd say in French. But it is my way of making the point easier for you and didactically assisting you by stressing certain words. Don't copy this. Why? You guys aren't learning English from me. You're learning French from me. Don't copy this. Copy the French. Yeah? The French is smooth. The French isn't like, all right, so don't make the French clunky and big. All right? Good. So off you go then. On to the next one. He,
Il est. Il sait.
Lovely. Nice.
Mm.
Next one.
Nous
No, I'm going to
sommes.
move to. I'm going to come across to Tia. Can you do the bottom three for me? Nous.
Nous sommes. Nous nous sommes. Vous êtes. Vous vous êtes. Ils sont. Ils se sont.
Good. Denise,
Mhm.
could you run that list from top to bottom? Just the reflexive included version. Go on.
I'm sorry. I don't think I understand.
It's an adult way of pretending when you mean I haven't been listening. Along with okay, and other socially acceptable ways of saying I haven't been listening. Could you please do the second thing they've both just done without the first thing?
I'm sorry. I wasn't
Denise.
listening. Yes.
No, you weren't, Denise. No, you weren't at all. Say to me, I am. I do so love having to repeat myself, particularly when
Just-
people are paying jack shit per hour to do this.
Je
Say
suis.
to me, I am.
Je suis.
Good. Now pop the reflexive pronoun in the middle of it.
Je me suis.
Lovely. Can you now go all the way down, just doing the one with the reflexive in it?
Mhm.
I don't need another one without the prep. Je me suis, tu, il, the version with the reflexive in it all the way down. Off you go.
Okay. Je me suis. Tu t'es. Il sait.
Mhm.
Nous, vous êtes. Ils se sont.
Good. But your brain hasn't just heard that, and I've had Tia do it, and I've had Brendan do it. Listen, you're all in this together. Bree, can you reverse it? Can you go from the bottom all the way up to the top? Same crap. Ils se sont, and reverse it and go up.
Ils se sont, vous vous êtes, nous nous sommes. Il sait, tu t'es, je me suis.
Fucking badass. Good. So, poetry past. If I have a reflexive or a reciprocal verb, there's one box ticked, and it's an action in the past, second box ticked. I need da 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 da. This is a job for poetry past. Poetry is called poetry because it basically means, rather than freshly working out each time, right, I need the I, then I need the reflexive m, then I need the verb to be. Oh, hang on, what's that going to be? Screw that. We don't work that out. We just go, je me suis, tu t'es, il s'est, nous nous sommes, vous vous êtes, ils se sont. Plus the relevant past participle. Now, the past participle is really freaking easy. It's whatever the past participle would have been normally. To remind you, that's the third word or the fourth word if it's got a pronoun, or the fifth word if it's got a pronoun, after the auxiliary. So, Denise, redeem yourself.
Mhm.
How would you say as action, actions have auxiliaries? How would you say he said? Just in 3 words, bum, 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 he said. How would you say he said?
Il a dit.
Gorgeous vowel on D. So the past participle is D. Notice that shit don't change on the bottom line. Il a dit, il avait dit, il aura dit, il aurait dit. Voilà, il est intéressant qu'il ait dit après avoir dit. The past participle doesn't change. So if I said he said to himself, question 1, is it an action in the past? He said to himself.
Yes.
Good, that's 1 box ticked. Question 2, on this occasion, is it a reflexive verb?
Yes.
Da, 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 da. That's 2 boxes ticked. This is a job for poetry past. What is the relevant poetry? As in, what's the relevant poetry for he? Il
Il se dit.
Il se
Il
is
se.
many of the tenses. That's not the one we've just practiced. Your poetry consists of the person the reflexive pronoun, and the verb to be, because it's a tense in the past, and actions in the past have what? What do actions in the past have, Denise?
Auxiliaries.
That's right. And because it's reflexive, is the auxiliary going to be have or be?
To be. Be.
That's right. So automatically, if you are saying a verb in the past, you're going to hear a. So let me hear. So what's the poetry going to be for he then?
Il sait.
Good work. Now do you see why Lukey from the get-go is obsessed with vowels? Il se is great. It's all the other tenses. He says to himself, il se dit. He was saying to himself, il se disait. He will say to himself, il se dira. He would say to himself, il se dirait. He said to himself, so poetry, what's the past word of dire that we've already established? Dit. So give me the poetry that you've just given me, plus the past word. What's he said to himself? Il
s'est dit.
That's lovely. Carry on with me. Present, was, will, would. So he said to himself, il s'est dit. If I now wanted to say he had said to himself, following my order, present, what tense am I now going to stick my auxiliary in?
Was. Il s'est
But remember, listen, remember you're doing the verb to be, aren't you? So what's that going to be that he had said to himself? Il
s'était dit.
Now you're going to go to which tense? He will have said to himself.
Il sera dit.
Lovely, but where's my reflexive se gone? Don't lose that as well.
Il sera dit.
Yeah, but I need to hear se and then the sera. Do you see what I mean?
Il sera dit. Il se sera dit.
No.
Il se sera dit.
That's it. Well done, Denise. Well done. Good job. Because the verb to be joins when it's an E, but it doesn't join when it's an S. If you listen to the bottom, il s'est dit, il s'était dit, il se sera dit, il se serait dit, qu'il se soit dit. Après s'être dit, if you get to the auxiliary infinitive, which we've not gotten to yet, s'être, say, and s'était join. Ce sera, ce serait, and ce soit don't join. Good. Redeemed. Do one more for me. Say for me, I got washed. You know what the past tense is of the verb to wash because it's a basic as-er verb. So I got washed. It's an action. By definition, if you said I got washed at 9, when I was at ballet school, I got washed at 6:45. Ongoing, you know, whatever. It wouldn't be an action. But for the most part, we're going to say, yesterday I got washed. So I got washed yesterday, action. What do actions have in the past, Denise?
Auxiliaries.
Lovely. What is the automatic auxiliary going to be, my love, if it's a reflexive verb?
Être.
Have or be?
Je m'ai lavé.
If it's a reflexive verb, is it going to have an auxiliary of be or have, if it's a reflexive verb?
Be.
Good job. It's both. My box is met. Yeah, reflexive and an action. So poetry past. What's I got washed?
Je m'ai lavé.
What verb, pardon me my mouthful, did you just tell me it's going
to... Je me suis lavé.
Lovely. When do you use the verb to be with a wash? You don't. It's not like go. Je suis, well, you can say je suis lavé, it means I am washed. But yeah, as we said with Brendan, he washed me. Ooh, il m'a lavé. I don't do SLS cleansers though, Brendan. You have to go sodium lauryl sulfate free. Apart from that, the world's your oyster. He washed you. Il t'a lavé. He washed us. Il nous a lavé. He washed you. Il vous a lavé. I wouldn't say them this way normally. I wouldn't put the stress there, but I'm helping you guys out. He washed them. Brendan, and he washed them. Is this them direct or indirect?
Direct.
Mm-hmm. Because he's washing them. Okay. Il les a lavés. He washed himself, Brendan. All things change because it's reflexive. What's he washed himself, Brendan?
Il s'est lavé.
Yes, but I don't want my name is da, 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 da. Take your time. Say if you're sure of il, right. Listen to Auntie Lucy. If you're sure of il, say il. Just for me, Brendan, say il and make this word last 5 seconds.
Il.
Notice, by the way, how nice that voice sounds. Let's listen for a moment. We're finished in 2 minutes. Well done, guys. Well done, well done, well done. If we were doing a French accent to take the piss. Hello, my name is Luke. I live in London. My mother is French. We'd go longer. We'd go longer. So quite why you've got a problem going longer on words is beyond me. If you go longer, you are sitting in the word and you are going to evoke your muscle memory. Every single one of you today has demonstrated the fact that the muscle memory is starting to kick in, which shows me that you've done at least some homework, all right? Because you've gone into things which are wrong but are right somewhere else. Every single one of you has done it, which is very encouraging. So the fact is, if you keep on the previous word, it's keeping your hand in the game. It's like saying, right, let my mouth try and find the next bit. Not intellectually. Good God. Why would any of you not want to use your intellect? Use your mouth. Use your mouth to find the word. This isn't like when I always tell the same story. When I was younger and people used to go, oh, can I come over your house to you know, do the homework on a Sunday? And I'd say, yeah. And those of them that were brave enough to come around when my dad was there, I was like, well, do you know what? Good for them. If they can brave that, they deserve to come around. Or they'd normally ask me to go around theirs. And then it would always be the same story. They'd go, hey, should we put what in those days was Radio 1? And should we put the top 40 on? And I'd say, I can't listen to music and do my homework because my brain goes into the music. So some people go, I need silence to work. I need silence to work. This isn't like this. I'm not distracting you. You're keeping in the word. And the longer you keep saying the word, there's more likelihood that your mouth will remember various combinations you said when that word has gone there before. Okay, that is what you are doing. Don't go bleh, silence, bleh, silence, bleh, silence. So to finish, Brendan, what are the 4 pronouns that don't change regardless of which group they are?
Nous, vous, je.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Pronoun. Me,
Go again.
me, te, nous, vous.
Why are you saying it like it's the first time you've ever said it? Say it to me again. We did a lot of work on that. Come on.
Me, te, nous, vous.
No, Brendan. In one go, like we've done this work. Come on, this is not my first rodeo with you. Come on, me, te, nous, vous. Come on, we've done it.
Me, te, nous, vous.
Better. Right? Tia, what are my 3 object pronoun groups that we're talking about today? What are the 3 that we're talking about?
Reflexive, reciprocal, I don't know the word. Reflexive, reciprocal.
No. Let's just call that group reflexive.
Reflexive, direct, indirect.
Gorgeous. Denise, what is the single word that we use for the reflexive when it's not those mots nouveaux? What's the single word we're going to drop in for the reflexive if it's not mot nouveau?
Ce. Ce.
Good job, nice pronounced. Brie, what are the two words we're going to use for the indirect?
Lui, le.
Good job. Brendan, what are the three words we're going to use for the direct?
Le, la, lui. No, pardon. Le, la, le.
Remember, I know where you live, I can slap. Good. Remember, I can get to the others, but it just takes a little bit longer. You I can drive to quite easily. Good. Tia, which comes first? If I've got multiple pronouns, what's my slogan? This I wouldn't expect you guys to remember. It's quite tough. If there's one with an L, stick the L word on the end. If there's two with an L, I'm not going to tongue you all again. If there's two, for that you can pay more. If there's two with an L, the longer L word goes second. Yeah. In length of word, not just in length of letters, because like lui and les are the same amount of letters, right? Good. The formal version is indirect before direct, you know, apart from the third person. And let's just remind you, that's with pronouns. If it was with real people, so Brendan gives, you know, Luke a hug. Brendan donne un câlin. You're dealing with the direct thing to Luke. But if you say Brendan gives me a hug, Brendan, me, you're dealing with me first. It gives. So you swap this direct, indirect order around from time to time. But like I said, just get used to using the le, lui, la, lui, whatever, right? Good. Where do pronouns go? All of you together, bits before.
It's before verbs.
It's before verbs, except before infinitive.
Lovely. How many times do we have the word before in that little slogan, people?
Twice.
Twice. That's right. So, homework. Create a token sentence in the present tense. He speaks. Then come up. If you need to run through it first, il parle, il parlait, il parlera, il parlerait, il a parlé, il avait parlé, il aura parlé, il aurait parlé. It's not a question of knowing it. It's a question of have you guys said it? We need your mouths to be equal parts, comfortable, in all tenses that you said. You're kind of a bias, all right? Then come up with a logical pronoun. You know, he eats to him is not really going to happen very often. You can say il lui mange. It's like, right, he's eating his vegetables for him. Il lui mange ses légumes. You can do that. But so come up with a logical pronoun. So for example, he shows us whatever, the film. Il nous montre le film. Come up with that in the present tense. Remember that on the top row, the only thing you're going to change is the verb. The nous is not going to move. Il nous montre le film, il nous montrait le film, il nous montrera le film, il nous montrerait le film. And on the bottom row, again, il nous is not going to move. Il nous a montré le film, il nous avait montré le film, il nous aura montré le film, il nous aurait montré le film. If you want to make life challenging, those of you that have done a little bit of this already, like I said, throw in an adverb. You know, pop in a bien or a jamais. He never shows us the film. Yeah. Brendan, he meets people in forests at 3 a.m. He films all kinds of kinky action. He never shows us the film. It's ever so disappointing. So, il nous montre jamais le film. Il nous montrerait jamais le film. Il nous montrera jamais le film. Il nous montrerait jamais le film. Il nous a jamais montré. Notice the jamais is going after verb number 1, which is the auxiliary. Notice in oral French, I'm not bothering with a ne. Il nous avait jamais montré. If you wanted to get that crap in, fine. Okay? That is the homework. Ce, le lalais, lui leur, moto nouveau, various combinations of going over the tense orders that we've already done. Present, was, will, would. That's it. All right? Be gone. Lovely jubbly. Well done, well done, well done. All right? Good. Listen throughout the class. I'm working my arse off for you guys. It's a minimum respect requirement that you pay attention to what someone else is doing. And they're working as well. So if they're working and then it goes across to you, you keep listening to them. All right? Good. All right. Lots of love. Well done. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right. Speak to you next week, same time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.